And that's the bottom line.
And the truth shall set you free.
Welcome to The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Newton, along with his co-host, Harry Claring and Rick Morris. They cover everything from high school to the pros and everything in between. If it's sports, they've got it right here. Now, let's take you to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful day. I am Steve the Truth alongside the man, the myth, the legend that is Mr. Harry Clary. Harry, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, Steve. It's everything is going great.
Yes, sir. Everything is going wonderful. Of course, the man behind the glass, the entertainer, that is Rick Morris. Rick, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, too.
Man, that is wonderful. And like we start the show every week, we say, how was your week, Harry?
I tell you, after last week's show, I went to Mechanicsville. I played at a party thrown by Trey Bennett and his wife, Elizabeth Bennett. Mm-hmm. There was 3 bands. I went on solo, and I backed them up. They had great food. It was great seeing people from the past I haven't seen in a long time. What a day. Mm-hmm. And it finished just before the 3 big thunderstorms happened, which I was on 295 during those.
Yeah.
And I was by myself, and because nobody else was crazy enough to be out on the road other than me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and then, of course, Harry Clary is an entertainer as well. He does play music. Of course, you played at my oldest daughter's Sweet 16 birthday party when we had 108 kids there at my mom's house back in Dispatana.
Yes, I did. I opened up for Jay Dash and his band.
That's right, Jay Dash and his group. But, of course, he was the co-host of the Late Night Sports Show, and we'll talk a little bit more about that here coming up in just a second. But, Rick, how was your week, big guy, your vacation?
Well, everybody knows I went camping, me and my brother and my wife and my niece, and we went to King's Dominion and had a blast there, and it was really a good time.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's wonderful. Like I said, it's summertime right here. You know, it's great weather out there. Of course, the storms, as you said, that's August.
And later on today, we're going to one of our fantasy drafts.
You're exactly right. But first, my week went pretty well. Everything is going well with new grandbaby, Charlie Taylor. She's doing well. And like I said, grandkids go back to school tomorrow. West End's goes back to school tomorrow. So it should be a lot of fun for a 4th grader and a 6th grader to start school. Looking forward to it. Yep, and with that, like we do every day at this time.
This is Headlines of the Week with Steve the Truth, here on The Bottom Line.
All right, yeah. If you're joining us on the YouTube channel, you can see us, of course, and that would be at 10 o'clock right after the show this morning. You can check out YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel at the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show on YouTube, and you can see us, and you can see me trying to take off my sunglasses. So that's all right. Of course, this segment, Harry, every week, of course, we're going to break down the weekly headlines for you. And this past week, Harry, Alvin Kamara is expected to be sidelined for at least the next month due to a sprained MCL, sources told ESPN Adam Scheffler. Kamara, 31, will play for the Saints in 2026 on a reworked contract that will pay him a base salary of $6 million and this season with a chance to make up $8.5 million in incentives. Harry, your thoughts? You're all the fantasy tips. Of course, one segment of the show that you'll hear throughout the season here. Your thoughts on Kamara being out for a month and his fantasy value at the drafts that we got coming up, which you said we have one this afternoon at 1 o'clock, and looking forward to it.
I still think he's worth drafting. He is a great player, and I think he will eventually be the starter.
Yeah, he has been set to make $11 million in base salary this season, although the Saints redid his contract for the salary cap purposes earlier in March. An additional $3 million that salary became guaranteed last year. So we said it last week's show when the last 2 weeks, Harry, they've been signing the big guys up to the running backs up to all that money that, let's hope they don't get hurt. And here he is out for a month after redoing his contract for the team, Harry.
Well, I think he's just going to be. I think he's going to be fine. He's like the only guy I've ever seen score 6 touchdowns in a game.
Oh yeah, he's very, very good. And also this week, Harry came out. Let's talking NCAA college football. We're 1 week away from college football season starting. That'd be next weekend. We got college football, and the top 25, the AP top 25 poll came out, and Ohio State University ranked number 1 in the nation.
What a surprise!
Georgia, Oregon, Oregon number 2, Georgia number 3, Notre Dame 5. Texas 6. Now, Texas, of course, Archie Manning right there, he'll be coming out. And a lot of teams in the National Football League that need a quarterback are looking to see where he's going to land next April in the draft. That's in Washington, D.C., which I'm planning on going.
There's going to be a bunch of Manning quarterbacks over the next few years, I have a feeling.
Yes, sir. And then 6 is Indiana. The defending national champions are coming in 6. They had 8 first-place votes. The University of Miami, who made the national championship game last year after barely making it in, not even playing in the ACC championship, which they should have, and we reported on that a couple of weeks ago that they changed that tiebreaker now to where the right teams will be in the ACC championship game. Texas A&M is 8, Ole Miss 9, and Oklahoma rounds out the top 10. Now, 11th is LSU. That's where Lane Kiffin went to.
They put a lot of people in the N.F.L.
In the first part of the season, LSU has to play Ole Miss, where Lane Kiffin came from. So that should be intriguing.
Grudge match.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun on that. Of course, 12th is Texas Tech. Alabama 13th, which a lot of the experts out there says they think Alabama is a little overrated at 13.
Well, that's because Saban's gone.
That's right. And USC is 14th, and they play next Saturday, and they get the season started off. And BYU's 14th as well. Both of them tied at 14th. Michigan 16th. University of Washington 17th. Penn State 18th. SMU from the ACC is 19th, and Tennessee is 20th. Utah 21st. Iowa 22nd. Houston 23rd. Another ACC team, Louisville 24th, and Missouri rounds out the top 25. And the big thing on Sports Talk Radio this past week, Harry, should they even have a preseason college football poll, or should they wait a couple weeks and see exactly where these teams should be?
Well, we always got to guess.
Yeah.
And that way you see who's the best at guessing.
I know back in the day it sold newspapers. And now it's just, I guess you go online and get it, and, they report on it and different stuff. I don't think it's nothing wrong with having a preseason poll.
No, a lot of these guys talk to the coaches, and the coach says, yeah, we got a team this year, and of course they're going to say that no matter what.
That's right. And it's like Miami. Experts got the Miami Dolphins 1-16 or 1-17.
I've seen one guy predict they're going to be 14-2. But
Yes.
he's a Miami fan.
He is a Miami fan. I saw that as well. So you never know. But that's the preseason poll right there for the NCAA college football. And, of course, they're talking about trying to go to 24 teams instead of 12 in the playoff series. And they would have college football up until the end of January.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, I don't mind it all year long. It'd be fine with me. But other big news from the National Football League this past week, the Texas receiving corps took a big hit Wednesday as wideout Jalen Higgins suffered a torn ACL.
Oh, no.
And that's a big deal, talking about fantasy-wise.
The best defense in the league, and they're just saying, if they can have a good offensive year, they could do well in the playoffs.
Yeah, the season-ending career occurred Tuesday during the Texas joint practice with the Las Vegas Raiders when the 2025 second-round pick ran a route in the end zone and Higgins couldn't get back up immediately. So he is out for the season. He was off to a strong start in training camp, started 10 games, and had 525 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns during his rookie season.
Is he Ken the T. Higgins?
I'm not sure.
They got the same last name either way.
Yeah, that's right. We have to get the man behind the glass to check that out and see if that is, if they're related or not.
I know there's 2 Etiennes in the league. Speaking of the starting running back for the Saints until Kamara comes back.
Oh, yeah. Now, I know this subject, of course, is really big. The quarterback position of the Cleveland Browns. That's always a big issue.
Important.
Samar Sanders, Shanur Sanders, should I say, said Wednesday he's not feeling any pressure on being the starting quarterback with Deshaun Watson. Of course, I think Deshaun Watson, personally, is going to be the starter when the season gets
should be the starter, but that's why they have training camp.
Yeah, first-year coach Mookin was revealed a timeline naming a starter between Sanders and Watson, but says he might use the preseason finale against the New England Patriots before he makes that decision.
Well, Watson has been paid, so they have to give him a try.
That's right. And, of course, speaking of the New England Patriots, Travion Henderson, one of the local heroes here in the Tri-City area, plays for the New England Patriots. He was at the podium this week answering questions about getting 50% snaps with Stevenson and himself. And Rick will play the clip.
I think in every aspect of my game, to be honest, really just learning the system better, continue to learn under Coach McDaniel's offensive system, and becoming better in the run game, becoming better in the pass game as well. So I think in every aspect of my game, I'm just continue to grow, come to practice each and every day, and continue to work on that.
Yeah, now that's perfect. And continue what you were going to say?
If he gets 50% of the snaps, he's going to get the most yards.
Oh, I agree 100%. He had a great first year with the New England Patriots, and a couple of weeks ago we had his high school head coach on right here on the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show, Coach Ricky Irby of Hopewell Blue Devils. And he says that, like I said, Coach said he played well. Of course, played for the Ohio State and won a national championship. And first year in the league, he played in the Super Bowl. And Rich Eisen, that you can hear right here on 106.1 Monday through Friday from 12 to 3, he made a prediction Monday of last week saying that Travion Henderson is going to be a deal breaker with the New England Patriots, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
He's the home run hitter is what he is. There's a chance he can get in the end zone every time he touches the ball.
Yes, I agree 100%. And one last big headlines of the week I want to bring up. Former Dallas Cowboy Pro Bowler, cornerback Travion Diggs, plans to sign a one-year deal with the Seattle Seahawks.
That's going to help Seattle.
Yeah, they defending Super Bowl champions. And they play later tonight against the Tennessee Titans in the preseason at 8 o'clock. So, I think that's a big deal. The move addresses one of Seattle's biggest question marks and offers Diggs a chance for a fresh start with re-signing with the Super Bowl champions after ending his career in Dallas last season. So, we wish him luck. I think the rich get richer. Ain't that how it says it?
Yes, the rich do get richer. And Dallas still has great players. They really do.
Yeah, I think Dallas will be very improved this year. And, of course, all right, just about that time, we got to take our first break of the day. But, Harry, when we come back on the K&L Barbecue Hotline, we're going to have this young man with us, Carson Wilkerson, 12 years old bowler. Just give you some stats here real quick. Ranked third in the nation in U.S. bowling. Ranked 17 in the country for Youth 12 Division at Junior Golds. Ranked number 1 in the state of Virginia for the third year in a row for U12 Division in the Virginia Youth Scratch Tournament, formerly known as the Pepsi Tournament. He's bowled 4 300 games. 2 of them was back-to-back in a series that was 642. You and I both used to bowl.
You mean 842?
842, yes. You and I used to bowl, so we know how difficult this is. But to do it at the age of 12, it's amazing to me.
842 at 12 was unheard of.
And the young man is from right here in the Tri-Cities.
Well, I've seen film
Richmond
of him,
area.
and the kid has got it, if you know what it means.
Yeah, he's from Hopewell. And, of course, we are the ESPN right here in the Richmond Tri-City area. So he's going to be with us, and his mother, Katie, will be with us on the K&L Barbecue Hotline when we come back. You're listening to the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Join us on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond for the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show with me, Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and the entertainer that is Rick Morris. Sports Talk at its best.
Looking to sell, buy, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy guide you through the journey of homeownership for years to come. In business since 2007 as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. Call 804-712-0188 and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
And that's the bottom line.
And the truth shall set you free.
Now let's get back to the bottom line with Steve the Truth Nugent, Harry Clary, and Rick Morris.
All right, we are back here. This is the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show. I am Steve the Truth alongside Harry Clary, the man, the myth, the legend that is Harry Clary. and of course, behind the glass, it is Rick Morris, the entertainer. That's Rick Morris. And before the break, on the K&L Barbecue Hotline, we do have Katie and Carson. Carson Wilkerson and his mom, Katie. Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
Man, we are doing great. We appreciate you taking your time with us to be here with us today. And like I said, I read off some of his accomplishments earlier, but as a parent, how do you feel when your son, or like I said, Carson, gets out there and performs extremely well, ranked number one in the state of Virginia for the third year in a row on U12 division in the Virginia Youth Scratch Tournament, formerly known as the Pepsi Tournament? That's scratch. That's not handicap. Your thoughts on how well your son is performing?
Well, I have a ton of faith in my kid. He puts in an ungodly amount of practice. So when we go to these tournaments, we usually pep talk in the car. We definitely say prayers, and I just have faith in him, and I know what he can do. It's just, if the timing is for him, that's when it's going to happen. And I can't say how proud I am of him. I didn't think we would ever make it this far, but we have accomplished a ton of goals at age 12.
Yes, you have, and the future is very bright. And like I said, I know Katie and Carson personally, and I used to see this young man bowl, Harry, all the time. I'm going to Hopewell Bowling Center right there in the Tri-City area, and he throws two-handed and he's left-handed.
842 set. There's many adults that never, ever achieve a 700 set. So 842 is unbelievable.
Yeah, he beats me. My highest set was 762. So little Carson is doing his thing. Is Carson there with you now?
He is. He's right beside me.
Hey, Carson, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How about you?
All right, man. Taking a look at some of the summer accomplishments. You're age 12. You're ranked 3rd in the nation for the U.S. bowling, ranked 17th in the country for Youth 12 division at Junior Golds. And, of course, I did mention you're ranked number 1 in the state of Virginia for the 3rd year in a row. Your thoughts on your accomplishments so far in your young career?
I feel great about myself. I really never thought I'd come this far, but all of Jesus Christ. He's the one that got me all the way here. But yes, I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, your thoughts on your bowl? You bowled your very first 300 perfect game on the 29th of June 25 in Harrisonburg, Virginia at Valley Lanes, as well an 805 series at age 11. And I bowled there in Harrisonburg before as well. You received your first 300 and 800 ring in December by Johnny Harris, who is the director. And man, your thoughts on bowling your first 300? You know, we're showing some videos now of you that's bowling, but you're pretty good. Your thoughts on that?
My hands were very sweaty. I was like a baby deer. I was shaking on that last shot. I thought the 7th was going to stand up, but the bowling guys told me, "Nah, Carson, you're going to get this 300."
Yeah, so you got to have confidence when you're bowling. Like I said, I bowled for 20 years myself, and you got to be focused and hitting your marks every time and playing the oil the way you do. And like I said, just you got 4 300 perfect games right now at the age 12. And you did win a second scholarship award. The first was Louise Bentley as Dewey's award, sportsmanship award back in 2024, and then you won one at Junior Gold at 2026. Your vision of where you think you can go with this, being bowling as well as you are now?
College, I'm planning to go to Wichita State.
The
reason is because they have the best
bowling
team
for
college.
Yep.
Most of the pros went there,
Mhm.
so I'm trying to join them.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Good.
Yeah, and like I said, locally, you had your 11-year bowling in the youth league at the Appomattox River, ARUBC, USBC. I'll get it out. Book average is 192, and you made the All-Star team for the 2nd year in a row, bowling for U15 division. Carson, I know you bowl a lot, and I know you do really well in school. But I'm going to put you on the spot right now. I know what you've been going through. Is soccer tryout still going, or have you made the team?
I made the team. Had my first practice today.
Yep. And what school is that again?
Carter G. Woodson.
That's right, man. Hey, man, that's great, man. And like I said, multi-sport, Harry, bowling and soccer, and that's good. Now, your dad, Rick Wilkerson, he was on our show, the Late Night Sports Show, August of 2008 for bowling, because he has been very good at bowling as well. And so as your grandparents, of course, Wayne and Connie, they still bowl. I used to bowl with them as well. And Katie, on your side of the family, one of my first jobs, Harry, was Heavener's Exxon in Chester. And that's her family. How about that?
Yes, and now they went from the Exxon to Heavener's Tire and Auto off of Iron Bridge Road in, I believe, 1995.
Yep, that's a long time ago, Harry. How about that?
That's 31 years ago.
Yep, and like I said, I'm very close to both sides of this family here, and to see Carson excel the way he has is great. If you're just joining us right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond, it is just about 25 minutes past the hour, and I got Carson Wilkerson with his mom, Katie, with us. Of this young man, like I said, his summer accomplishments, folks, like I said, is just unbelievable. But like I said, he's got 4 perfect games. 842 high set. And Carson, real quick, what type of bowling balls do you like to use?
Mostly stronger balls.
You got
Storm products.
Yeah, Storm products. Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I use when I bowled as well. But Carson, I cannot thank you enough, you and your mom Katie, for joining us today. But any other things that you got coming up in bowling? I know y'all went to Minnesota for the Nationals. I saw a lot of pictures on that. And Katie, one last question for you. I know you want to thank a lot of people, a lot of non-profit organizations that helped out to make the trip and everything. But to make that trip, and I know you were with Mike Rudy as well, and the other young men and women that were on the team, your thoughts about that trip to Minnesota to bowl. And like I said, you'll remember that. He'll remember that, and you, for the rest of your life. Your thoughts on that?
Yes. So the first year we did Junior Gold was in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And not only did we bowl, it was our first year, but it was Carson's first year of shooting on a sport shot. We had never shot on a sport shot before. Didn't even know that it existed. So I can't remember how many kids total were in his division, but he finished 98th, so top 100 your first time. I was thrilled.
Yeah.
This year we went to Minnesota, and the location was definitely a life learning lesson for Carson because it's not what we have back at home. But we went from 98th to 17th. So our growth in 1 year, the dedication, the practice, the passion for the sport. I think I love watching him throw strikes and picking up crazy spares, but the passion that he has in the sport and the love for it, it just shows pure happiness when he's on the lanes, and I will travel wherever he wants to go and do whatever tournament he wants to do and support him because I just truly know that it's his happy place.
Yeah, and like I said, some of the nonprofit organizations that I'm pretty sure that donated money to the cause, you might want to give a shout out to if you can think of any of them right off top, or anybody in general.
So we definitely like to support local. So yay for Hopewell, but the VFW is a lifelong Carson. We will support Carson team. They let us come to several of their events to set up a table to raise money. They were a sponsor to him, a big sponsor to him. A lot of businesses locally in Chester, Hopewell, even some in Colonial Heights and Prince George, they all donated to Carson. And even just the bowling alley family that we have, the people that come in on the weekends, we had a display up at our center. And it takes a village. It takes a village. And if I could make a list of everybody, I would be here for a long time thanking. And sometimes when you say thank you, you don't even know, like, it's not enough. You don't even know if they even realize how thankful you are. So Carson is a lucky guy for sure.
Yeah, y'all are, like I said, it's just great to where the Tri-City community comes together to support a young man at this, and he did not disappoint, ranking third in the nation in U.S. bowling, of course 17th in the country.
And very lucky to have two supportive parents.
Yes, and that's a big deal, and grandparents. He's got like I said, it takes a village to raise a family, and that's exactly what they are doing. Katie, thanks so much, and Carson, thanks again, my man. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on the
I would love to get a shout out to, of course, the man above, Jesus Christ. But the most big shout out is Philip Hickman, my coach. He's got me all over here. But yeah.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, I'll give Wayne and Connie a shout out for you, Wilkerson, and your dad, and of course your grandparents on your mother's side as well. But like I said, I really thank y'all so much for your time today, and congratulations again on making the soccer team for your middle school.
Thank you.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and continue success in bowling. And when I get a chance, I'll come by the Hopewell Bowling Center and stop by and see you sometime. And like I said, the bowling community here in the Tri-City and Richmond area is ecstatic. I mean, everywhere from Richmond to Hopewell to Colonial Heights to Chester at the Holiday Bowl. They all big supporters. And like I said, I used to be on the board of the Appomattox River Association for the bowling. And like I said, I've been really involved, but I've never had a chance to shoot a 300 or shoot a 800, but I'm living through Carson. Carson, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
All right, Katie, thanks so much for your time, dear. And like I said, I'll try to get down there to the Hopewell Bowling Center and see y'all sometime.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right, thanks so much.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye. Yep, that's Katie Toger and her son Carson Wilkerson with us. Harry, man, what do you think?
It's unbelievable. It's just very hard for me to believe a 12-year-old can accomplish 842 set. A lot of people don't realize that an 842 is bigger than a 300 game. I mean, there's a lot of people that have 300 games, but go their whole life and never have an 800. But an 842, that
with two 300s in that 842.
That's excellent for a men's kingpin league.
Yes, it is. And like I said, the future's bright for Carson Wilkerson and his mom, Katie. And like I said, I can't thank them enough for joining us here on the K&L Barbecue Hotline. With that, we're going to take a break. Harry, when we come back, something a little close to our heart.
Well, I tell you what, I get emotional when I think about this next segment coming up.
That's right. Our next guests are Duke Bear and Mike Armstrong's best friends with a story to tell, is what I'm calling it. And, of course, Harry, we know them through fantasy football.
Right. And I tell you what these two guys have been through has been moving to all of us. It gives you a good idea of the difference in big stuff and little stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned in for this next segment. It's just unbelievable to me.
That's right. And then, like I said, later today at 1 o'clock, we will be at a fantasy football draft. And this is what goes around to brings that in, that we play fantasy football with these guys, 12 guys together. And it's a friendship that's a bond that it's like no other. And these two guys been best friends since 10 years old.
Love is real, ladies and gentlemen.
It is. It is a great story. I can't wait to bring it to you. And that's Duke Bear and Mike Armstrong will be with us right here after the break. You're listening to the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond.
Looking to sell, buy, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy guide you through the journey of homeownership for years to come. In business since 2007 as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. Call 804-712-0188 and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell, wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Friday, August 28th. Come join Elixir at the Great American Ranch, Mechanicsville, 7514 Lee Davis Road. Show starts at 9 o'clock.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
And that's the bottom line.
And the truth, shall set you free.
Now let's get back to the bottom line with Steve the Truth Nugent, Harry Clary, and Rick Morris.
All right, we are back here at the studios. We want to thank Carson Wilkerson and his mother, Katie, for joining in the last segment. And like I said, cannot say enough, the young man bowled 4 300s already and a 842 high set so far and ranked number 17th in the country and number 1 in the state of Virginia for U12 bowling. But joining me right now, as I promoted before the break, Duke Bear and Mike Armstrong, best friends with a story to tell. And fellas, how y'all doing today? Duke?
Doing good.
Doing great.
All right, man. Thanks so much. Fellas, we all met playing, well, I met y'all playing fantasy football, and your kids went to school. The kids knew one another in school and all that. And this league has been around for many years, the Dirty Dozen Fantasy Football League, and, of course, named after a coach that played in the league that passed during the season, and that was
Greg Frankenstein.
Yeah, and the league's named after him. And we'll be there later today at 1 o'clock for our annual fantasy football draft at Chuck Chappell's home, right there by the pool like normal. And Chuck's 2 sons play in the league as well, Josh and Jake Chappell of Chappell Real Estate Incorporated, Tony Coward, Steve Rasnick, Carl Clark, Delton, and the newest member of our league is Curtis McFay. And real quick, how long, Duke, have you played in this league?
Ronnie Bell and me started it at 34 years ago.
34 years ago. Mike, how long you been in the league?
About the same amount of time.
Yeah, and I was just looking at the history, and you've won twice the league championship. How many times have you won?
I think twice.
I haven't won none at all, and I've been in it for quite some time. Well, the only thing I win is the first pick.
Well, we had a first-timer win the Super Bowl a couple years ago, so it's possible for anybody.
Yes, it is. All right, how long have y'all been friends?
Well, I met Duke when I was 10 years old, and he was 11 at Low League Basketball. That's where we met on a team called the Eagles.
Man, that was just yesterday.
Yeah.
And
I had never participated in organized sports, and I got on my little bicycle and rode it to the community center. Billy Mitchell was in charge of everything. I remember signing up, and I ended up on a team with Mike Armstrong.
Yeah, I remember Billy Mitchell. He was the announcer there at Myrna Field when I covered the games here for the Hopewell Blue Devils on another network. And, Mike, tell us a little bit about yourself and your story of why we're here today.
Well, when I was probably in my early 20s, my father had a stroke, and his kidneys failed, and we found out that he had a gene for polycystic kidney disease. And then me and my 4 sisters were tested with a sonogram, and we all had the disease.
Yeah, and Duke, how did you find out about the situation that he was going through?
Well, I knew his family had the gene, and the first time I got involved with Mike's kidney was my wife had been looking on Facebook, and Mike's sister put out a plea for an organ donation. And I told her at that very moment, I said, well, get the address or the website or whatever we got to do to get the ball rolling on this.
So, like I said, when did you realize you wanted to donate a kidney right at that point when you saw that?
Yeah, as soon as Kim, my wife, Kim, read it on Facebook that his sister had put out a plea for Mike. And we were best friends, but I didn't realize it had gotten to that point where it was like, yeah, he has to have one.
Tell us a little bit for the folks that may not know, the little process, it's not a little, but the process that goes through for you to come up for you to be a match?
It's very stringent. To be honest, it was like the stars had to align for this to happen. I mean, truly.
Yeah, I was like I said,
because the process is very, like I said, stringent. There's so many variables to get kicked out as a match. And so when you do become a match, it's like, wow, we crossed all the hurdles.
Yeah, and then
it's a lot. It's a lot to it.
A lot goes into that, Mike. And then when you found out, you said you had a call from your doctor, but you weren't sure who the donor was.
That's right. It was like 2 weeks before my transplant, before he called me and said that we found somebody that you actually know and grew up with that wanted to donate a kidney to you. And he told me it was Vincent Bear. And I was just astonished because they try to keep the donor, quiet until the
anonymous.
Anonymous until they want to donate to a person.
Yeah, if you're just joining us right here, it is just about 20 minutes toward the hour. And I am Steve the Truth. This is the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show. Joining me now are Duke Bear and Mike Armstrong, long life friends that play in a fantasy league with Harry and myself. And Duke went upon himself and went on and found out that he was a match for Mike as a kidney donor, and he donated a kidney. And like I said, that's a big deal, fellas. Like I said, when I saw it on social media, when Kim posted a picture of both of y'all there, and then the picture will probably be shown right here on the YouTube channel as well, that I posted right then. I said, this is why I love playing fantasy football with these guys. I was 12 guys local. We're all around all the time. And to do that, Duke, like I said, I commend you in every way. And how was the recovery of the surgery for you, Duke?
Well, I was very pragmatic. I followed instructions. I mean, you don't take something like that, not serious. I mean, you can't be a macho man. You got to do what the doctor says. And it was a slow recovery, but we were very lucky. We got the A team at VCU. It was during the COVID. They weren't performing any operations, and for whatever reason, they let us go ahead.
Yeah.
So that led us to have the best guys available. And it just all worked out. I mean, that's like I said, the stars had to align for all this to be like it should. I mean.
Now, Mike, your recovery, of course, first of all, your thoughts about Duke when you first heard that he was going to donate. What was your thoughts?
It's just something that's amazing, because I actually knew the person that was, sacrificing his kidney, to make me be better. Mm-hmm. And it's just, there's great people out there to do things like that.
Yes, it is. This is a great story, and that's why I wanted y'all to come on here today. And Mike, how are you feeling today? 6 years later, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. I had some bumps and hurdles. I was in rejection for a little bit, but I actually got on a clinical trials drug, and as of June last month, I don't have any rejection in my kidney anymore, so I'm doing great.
Man, that is great. And Duke, like I said, this whole story I've been wanting to win since I seen it. Since y'all did all this, I've been wanting to try to get y'all on the show, and I'm glad we got it. And of course, later today we'll be at Chuck's house with the gang. Eating stuffed peppers with deer meat, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It should be fun. And then we can bring up the YouTube channel. We can sit there and watching it. So if we're watching it this afternoon, we can tell ourselves hello. And so let's change gears a little bit and talk about fantasy football real quick.
Well, I would like to say one more thing about the kidney. Mm-hmm. I don't like talking about it because it's a very humbling experience.
Yes, sir.
It's not something you want to pat on the back for.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I'm here and talking into this microphone is because maybe somebody listening will change their mind and help someone else.
You're exactly right. I'm going through it. My mom is taking dialysis, kidney dialysis, every 4 hours, I guess, 4 times a day. And she said she didn't want any of her kids to be a donor. And I wouldn't match anyway because I have diabetes.
Right.
But yeah, it's a big deal. If you're out there listening to us on 106.1 ESPN Richmond, yeah, if you have a chance to help somebody to continue living, life is so precious.
That's right.
Yeah, people can share their spare. They have 2 kidneys, so, think about it. Organ donation saves lives.
You're exactly right. My daughter, who tragically passed out suddenly at 28 years old, donated both of her kidneys, and then people are still living today, and that's Taylor Cherie Nugent. Now, moving on. Let's switch gears to fantasy football. Y'all's guys' thoughts of 34 years playing in a league this long. When y'all started, I know Ronnie Bell was there. He's passed on too. But when y'all started doing this in the mid-90s, did y'all think it'd be to the point to where you go on a computer now and just pick up a player? Yeah. Back then, y'all was using the USA Today newspaper, I believe.
Yeah, we used 2 sources of information, the USA Today and the Richmond Times-Dispatch.
Yeah, and that's like I said, I have so much fun. Like I said, we talk a lot of smack on there. Duke always puts the pictures up of the pretty cheerleaders and
that's right.
This and different stuff on the webpage. Now,
you got to talk smack to keep things going.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Of course, I haven't been very competitive here lately, but I really like our league. Of course, Harry Clary does the fantasy tips of the week for our show here, and we'll probably have that come up here very shortly. But our league, you can play a different type. You don't have to play 2 running backs. You play a quarterback, a running back, and then you can play 4 wideouts, or you can play 3 wideouts and a tight end, and we don't play a defense and the kicker. Now, y'all have a breakout player this year in fantasy? I know you've been doing your homework. We got the draft this afternoon. So a player out there that you might be looking at that possibly nobody else is looking at that you want to pick up? Because I know Geek picks up some players. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Well, I saw where Duke was going to let Nico Collins go, so if he's available, he might be one that I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the I was reading up on it today. I'm in the lottery picks because I finished in the bottom 4. So I don't know if I'm going to have the first pick or the 4th pick.
That's right.
And so, but yeah, it should be some good players out there. And of course,
oh yeah,
you picked up Travion Henderson last year and got him, and hey, he not doing too bad. We played a clip from him earlier in the show in the opening. That
so I may stand corrected, but I think I read. You might know the answer. Travion tied a rookie record for 50-plus yard touchdowns.
You're exactly right. Yep. And they came out this week, and the coach said that they're going to play him. It's going to be 50-50 with him and Stevenson in the backfield. Now, Harry made a comment earlier and said that, hey, that if he gets 50-50, he's going to have more yards than Stevenson. Your thoughts, Duke?
Well, I love the guy. A hometown boy.
Yeah.
And he needs about 6 to 8 inches of daylight, and it's a home run.
He's gone.
That's all he needs.
Yes, sir.
A little sliver.
Mm-hmm. Any quarterbacks that y'all, of course, Duke, you're a Cowboy fan. My condolences. And Mike, you're a Rams fan. 1 game from the Super Bowl last year, and y'all the favorites this year going into it. And, of course, if you get Aaron Donald, that defense is going to be incredible. But your thoughts when y'all got Myles Garrett?
Just amazing because their defense was really good last year, and this just adds to it. And if Donald comes back, they might be holding teams to, under 10 points a game. So that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be incredible. I like the Rams a lot. Seattle did their thing. Of course, Sam Darnold, I had him on my fantasy team, one of my fantasy teams, but it didn't seem to help because I got the first pick in the Ronnie Bell League.
Oh, yeah.
In the other league that we play in, and with Curtis. That draft is the following week. But, and anybody y'all want to give a shout out to that might be listening this morning to about, family members or doctors or anybody that?
I think Steve Resnick listens. Yeah.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
I'm not sure what other members of our league listen. Do you know, Mike?
Well, we're going to be watching this afternoon because at 10 o'clock here in about 11 minutes, it's going to be posted on YouTube where they can see us. And we're going to watch it right there. And, of course, like I said, Chuck Chappell, we'll be sitting there by the pool. And Chuck's two sons, Josh and Jake Chappell of Chappell Real Estate Incorporated, Tony Coward, who's recently won a championship in this league, Steve Resnick, Carl Clark, Delton, and, of course, the newest member is Curtis Maffei, and he's going to be the life of the party.
34 years.
Yeah, 34 years on this. And, yeah, y'all want to give your wives or anybody a shout out, kids or anything?
Well, my lovely wife, Kim, I'd like to tell her hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'd just like to say I appreciate everything that Chuck and his sons do to keep this league alive, and really appreciate what they do for it.
Yeah, I do, man. I do too. And you see the stories all the time on ESPN Sports Center that they make a crazy bet. The person that finishes last has got to do this, that, and the other. Glad we don't have that because that would be me.
I would like to mention our two members who have passed on to the other side, Greg Frankenstein and Ronnie Bell.
Yeah, Greg is named. That's the league is named after his team was Dirty Dozen, and
they are missed.
Yes,
everybody loved those guys.
Yeah, I miss Ronnie a lot. I talked to him a lot and played disc golf with him and Harry as well, and David Hyas. And yeah, it's a lot. But man, fellas, I appreciate y'all so much for coming in today. And like I said, I look forward to the draft in a little while and fellowship. And like I said, that's the whole. A lot of people draft or do the automatic draft. That takes something out of it. If you have the opportunity, folks out there, to do a draft at a venue or somewhere where all 10 or 12 or 14, ever how many you have in your league, can get up and meet and see them and do it every year, that means a lot.
Yes, it does.
It means a lot. And Duke and Mike, I cannot thank y'all enough for coming on. And Mike, I'm just glad you're doing a lot better, big guy.
Oh, Thanks so much, Steve. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, with that, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have Harry back with his fantasy football tips for the week coming up. Week 3 coming up next weekend for preseason football. You're listening to the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show right here on ESPN 106.1 Richmond.
Friday, August 28th. Come join Elixir at the Great American Ranch, Mechanicsville, 7514 Lee Davis Road. Show starts at 9 o'clock.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Looking to sell, buy, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy guide you through the journey of homeownership for years to come. In business since 2007 as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. Call 804-712-0188 and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Tony Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Join us on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond for the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show with me, Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and the entertainer that is Rick Morris. Sports Talk at its best.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
And that's the bottom line. Fight the drought. Y'all set you free.
Now let's get back to the bottom line with Steve the Truth Nugent, Harry Clary, and Rick Morris.
That's right, folks. We are back here on the bottom line. I'm Steve the Truth. Tonight, check out the Braves. First pitch, 7:10, Game 3 of the Atlanta Braves and the Brewers tonight right here on 106.1 ESPN Richmond. And if you're a football fan, also tonight on Fox, National Football League preseason football, Seattle taking on Tennessee, kickoff just shortly after 8 o'clock. I do want to send a special thanks to all our sponsors, Hourglass Realty Group, K&L Barbecue, Tony's Oily World, Legan Jones Insurance, and now one of the newest sponsors, Hempco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company. So we want to thank them for joining back on the team. And our guest today, Harry, without a doubt, Carson Wilkerson and his mother, Katie, this a phenomenal story, as you said, at break, 12 years old. And
great interview.
Yeah, and then bowling extremely well. And then the last segment of the show, Duke Bear, as well as Mike Armstrong, for their great story, being childhood friends since 10th and 11th grade, and then donating a kidney. And Mike is no infection or anything now. He's doing well.
This is my favorite show so far.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll see them here in a little while at our fantasy football draft.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, it should be fun. But right now, we got about a couple minutes. You got the top 5 of fantasy football tips for wide receivers like we do every day, every Sunday, right here at this time.
That's right.
Fantasy Football Tips with Harry Clary. Brought to you by Hourglass Realty. The Fantasy Gridiron. The toughest place to win. The most difficult place to make choices. Which players to start? Which players to sit? Do you make a trade? You need help? Well, help has arrived. Here on the bottom line. Now, there's Fantasy Football Tips with Harry Clary. His advice may just give you the edge you need to win in your league. Let's turn it over to Harry right now.
Okay, we're going to have to make this quick. We can have our draft in just a few hours. We're going to have it at Chuck Chappell's house. And great food there with Josh Chappell. But we're going to run through receivers really quickly. I'm going to name off 10 of them very quickly. I got Jamar Chase, number 1. Amon St. Brown. I got Puka Nacua, number 3. I got Jackson Smith Najigba, number 4. I've got Justin Jefferson, number 5. I've got George Pickens, number 6. I got C.D. Lamb, number 7. I got Drake London, number 8. Nico Collins, number 9. A.J. Brown, number 10. And Rashee Rice, number 11. And Chris Olave for New Orleans, number 12.
That's right. This is the third week. We did quarterback, running backs, and now wide receivers for fantasy football tips, because this time of year, it's all about the drafts. And the drafts, like I said, we got one this afternoon. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And we also have one this coming Saturday.
We sure do, yep. And real quick, last bit of the show, Harry, we've been honored, the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show and myself, with Tri-City Choice Awards, the best of the best in the Tri-Cities. And we made it with Best Reporter on question 11 of it. And if you get a chance, go to the site. You can go to the Bottom Line Sports Talk radio page. The Bottom Line Sports Talk Facebook page, and see the link. Go on there. Just put your email in, put your name in there, go to question 11, and vote for me, Steve Nugent. I have made the top 3, Harry. And like I said, that's us.
I think that's great that you're being recognized.
Yeah, I think it's great. What'd you say, Rick?
I said vote, vote, vote.
Yeah, vote, vote, vote. And then, like I said, we'll be back with you next Sunday, like we will be every Sunday for the next 5.5 months It's going to be a lot of fun. Football season's back. College football starts next week for real. You know, no preseason. They do next week. We do have a preseason week 3, and then for first week of September, so second week of September, football season starts back. The National Football League. Got a game on a Wednesday. Got a game on a Thursday. Got a game on a Saturday and a Sunday. And a Monday.
And it's time to say good night, Steve.
It is. It's just about that time, my man. So with that, we want to thank you for joining us. We'll see you next Sunday right here on the Bottom Line Sports Talk Radio Show. You're listening to ESPN 106.1 Richmond.
And that's the bottom line. And the truth, you'll set you free.
Thanks for tuning in to The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent, Harry Clary, and Rick Morris.